Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on Stage Dive, the show where we throw you headfirst into the music, not gatekeep them. I'm your host, V, and on this episode, we're diving into the rock scene. Please give a warm welcome to Nothing Over Silence.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
I'm Andre.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Nick.
Thank you for coming over. Before we begin, the audience and I would like to take a moment to get to know you all better. What kind of hobbies do you all have outside of the band?
Oh, you want to go first, Andre?
Sure. I like riding my bike a lot. I play some pool, and I like going on long walks, thinking about life.
Wow. I really like making coffee. Get a little espresso machine at home. It's pretty cool.
I usually like watching new movies, new TV shows, things like that.
Wow.
I'm big into mixology, which is just a fancy word for saying I make cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Big into that.
Without the tails.
Yeah.
That's great. On to the questions. First, I'd like to ask, how did the band come to be? What's your story?
Dating apps. No, I'm kidding. We kind of, I started working at Guitar Center, and I kind of knew a guy who then knew Andre, and who knew Smitty, and then I knew Nick. So it was a guy who knew a guy, basically, and it worked out somehow.
Yeah,
Somehow.
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 Yeah, and yeah, dating apps.
Only dating apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Why did you choose the name Nothing Over Silence? What does it mean?
Oh boy.
You want to take that one too, Dylan?
All right, so that's a great question, guys. So basically, we had this long Google Doc, bunch of names, and we didn't know what to choose, And so I came up with the acronym NOS, and I just randomly said Nothing Over Silence because it sounded cool. There's no cool meaning. Sorry,
No meaning.
guys.
Yeah,
nothing.
people always ask.
Sorry.
Nope. Completely
But
random and
like,
arbitrary.
It can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I think it works with our style of songwriting. A lot of our songs have very abstract kind of lyrics that a lot of it's up for interpretation. So our name is kind of the same way.
Oh, nice. Is there anything in particular that significantly motivates and inspires your songwriting?
I would say it depends. Usually, it can come from whatever. I know I find inspiration personally from listening to other music or watching a very interesting movie. You tend to find inspiration wherever,
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
On the
And I-
topic of songwriting, can you take me step by step in explaining the process of how you put everything together?
Yeah, so basically this guy just writes guitar part. That sounds cool, and then we have a Google Drive where we listen to it, and we're basically just sounds great, man, and we add on top of it, and we kind of work on it for a couple months.
It's always very collaborative. We try to be democratic about hearing
Yeah.
out everyone's opinions and what works and what doesn't. And sometimes we clash heads, but at the end of the day, we've come up with a lot of cool songs. So we're doing something right, I think.
Yeah, for
Hopefully, yeah.
That's subjective.
Well, as
That
long
is
as it
subjective.
works.
As long as it works.
It's debatable.
Do you find that it's easier to come up with instrumentals first and then the lyrics, or do you focus on writing the lyrics first and everything else comes later?
For some reason, pretty much every song we've ever written has always been instrumental first and then lyrics. And I don't know why, but just somehow that works better for us.
Yeah, that just seems to be the thing that works.
Yeah, indeed.
Got nothing more to add.
Can you tell me what was the hardest song for you to write and why?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I'd say in terms of length, how long it took us to finalize something, probably the song we're going to play today called Did Something Change. That one took a long time. We had a totally different ending, and we changed it up, added a few things. It took a long time, but eventually we got a very good finalized project.
Gotcha. Thank you for sharing. We're going to be taking a break here to talk about the production process. Tell me, have you recorded any music videos before for your songs?
You know what?
We have not.
We have
No, we have
not,
not. We have
but
not.
we like really want to.
We're working on it.
Hit us up, guys. Yeah. We're super easy to work with. We're nice. We're funny. So
That's subjective.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
the funny part, yeah.
I'm funny.
Okay.
You got a funny guy here.
Yeah.
I don't know. My impression right now is that y'all are funny.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
I've always been curious about live performances. A few of my friends have performed before at bars, but I've always wanted to know, how exactly do you organize all these venues together?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in community college, I took a music business class, and that kind of helped me learn how to format emails and, you know, talk to people and present myself. So I'm really just writing up emails and wording them differently to cater towards a certain venue. You know, if it's like a bigger venue or a bar, I'll cater like, hey, this is us. We'd make a great fit for your venue, and most of the time it works out. And then you got to find other bands to play with us and all of that.
A lot of times it's about going to local shows and then like meeting the artists there and then like trying to make something happen in the future. You know, it helps to be like, you know, really complimentary and be like, you guys sounded awesome. Let's try to like set something up.
Yeah,
And then
making
you-
connections with
yeah.
other musicians in the scene, yeah.
So it's all just networking in general.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of networking.
A lot of
Pretty cool
a lot of people hit us up through email or Instagram saying like, "Hey, you guys want to play a show?" And
We usually say yes.
yeah, I usually say yes.
Yep.
So
90% of the time.
Our DMs are packed.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I now have one final question. We brought in your equipment into the studio today,
What?
and the audience and I want to know, are you ready to perform?
I think we are.
do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you all for joining us. My name is V, and enjoy this closing performance of Did Something Change by Nothing Over Silence.
Ratchet memories, frozen palm trees, orange leaves. My heart bleeds blue in winter. Shadows on the wall, shimmering all night long. I get so tired of bad dreams. You are like my alcohol. You are like my alcohol. You are just like poison. My head is back to somewhere in the backseat. Yeah, yeah. I'm turning out to you. It feels the same. When I feel like something changed. Best friends are ones who will tell you when you are wrong and not just a cool girl. So tell me, does it feel like something changed? Flashing memories, and everywhere I look, they saw green leaves. My heart glows red in summer. Shadows in the street. Somebody's out there packing heat. Gunshots made my heart skip a beat. You're like my Adderall. It's prescription after all. You are just like poison. My head is back to somewhere in the backseat. to feel like